Reptile wins. Fatality.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. It's the Rexer Show here, guys. It's the Rexer Show, and I promised you a plethora of guests. We will bring them on right away, guys. But if you're watching the replay, I just want to say, and you guys that are on right now, thanks everybody, Zero Hero, Show Me Retro, Kamla, all the guys, Hollywood, Tad, thank you guys for watching, Brad. I got something, a minute video at the end. If you can't watch the whole thing, come back, watch something at the end. It's very important to me. So if you guys could do that at the end and stay on to the end, because I'd like to show this last little clip at the end. Okay, let's get started, guys. Listen, this is a show where it's going to be interactive. We're going to require your vote on certain topics, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But first, I got to bring on my first guest, which is actually the co-host, guys. He's going to help me co-host this this show because we got a lot going on. And this guy, guys, is actually north of the border in Canada. He lives in a small town where the men are plenty, the women are few, and the sheep are nervous. So let's bring this guy on. It's Michael B., the Game Genie. All right.
What an awful introduction.
I'm trying to liven it up a little bit. Michael B., thanks for joining. So Michael B. is going to be the co-host, guys. We're gonna post some questions. I'll explain how the voting works. We're gonna get his feedback on a lot of these questions and a lot of these topics, and we're going to talk about what's the best of certain things. And then we have a game at the end. Michael, you saw the game. It's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. I can't wait to see what happens to the guys we're going to have on today.
Okay, great. Okay, let's start, guys. Let's bring on our first team. We're going to do this in teams. There's going to be teams of two. Michael, you go ahead and control the chat, and we'll just bring in our first member of the first team. You guys know this YouTuber. He's a famous YouTuber who likes to call his grandma's basement his arcade loft. He's known for coining the phrase, "Mom, meatloaf, meatloaf, where's the meatloaf?" It's your favorite YouTuber, P-Dubs.
Epic. Thanks so much, Rex. Thanks for inviting me to the show. And not only is it's a great day for America, all of us Americans, and some of you guys up in Canada. It's cause for celebration, guys, because we have a monster Rexer show, the biggest show of all time, coming right up. And not only that, special shout out, guys, against all odds, baby. Chicago Bears, 20 points in the fourth quarter, beating the Falcons, 3-0, baby. Kansas City, what? Bear down, baby. Chicago Bears, 3-0. We got our quarterback finally. Now we can talk. Now we can talk arcades.
Okay.
Now we can talk arcades, baby.
If you think the Bears are any good, you're lost. But we'll let you have that shout out to them.
Looking forward to watching the Packers get their butts kicked tonight. Gonna be great.
Saints tonight. But there are a lot of comebacks today, and I hate to take people away from football because I like watching football myself. But you'll be back for the second half. We'll get this show done quickly. Let's bring on our next guest. And this guest comes to us from my hometown, Detroit. But this guest refuses to say whether he is P-Dub's brother or not and will not take a DNA test, although most people believe they are siblings. Here he is, D-Love.
What up? What up, everybody?
This is Team 1, guys. Super Game Room Dudes, Team 1, okay? D-Love, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. The only way I do it.
Thanks for joining. Okay.
No problem.
We might as well go to our next guest. Now, this next guest, guys, is our oldest guest on the panel, we'll say. He's so old school retro that when I text him, it goes to a pager and he calls me back on a payphone. You guys might know this guy as the Godfather, but here he is, Glenn's Retro Show.
Thank you for having me on the Rexer Show.
Glenn, what's going on today?
I still got my AA battery for my pager too, so I made sure it was working, man.
Okay. Let's bring on our next guest, guys. Okay, let me get this intro going now. Our next guest is a popular guest. His claim to fame is he once battled Bruce Lee in a karate match, only to be defeated by a well-executed crane kick. Here he is. You guys know him as Cool Toy.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I just want to note that the sun was in my eyes, and that was really the only reason that kick caught me.
There we go. All right. No, wait, though, Doug. You don't do karate. You do something else, right?
Yeah, I do jujitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that. I knew it was something else, so I want to make that clear.
It's all wrestling. It's fine.
All righty. All right. Let's bring out our next guest here, guys. Bring this back for this intro. Now, these guys have actually been on my show before, and a great duo here. But these guys are young. They're so young that they think the Macarena is when you make fun of somebody named Reina. Here they are.
Love it.
It's Gaming Off the Grid.
Hey,
All
you're
right.
pissing on us like that. We ain't that young. Oh, hell, I was born in 1986, son. I ain't afraid to stomp a mud hole in every single one of your asses and walk it dry.
But like,
There we go. Robert's a little younger than you, though, Wes. Let's make that clear. And cheers to you guys. What are you guys drinking today? Give a plug to whatever you're drinking.
A fruit sour from Exile.
Yeah, it's a blackberry bohemian sour.
Okay.
Pretty tasty.
Blackberry. Good. Okay. Let's bring our Latin. And this, obviously, they're team complete, team Gaming Off the Grid. I almost gave away our next guest, but here we go with our last guest, guys. And these guys are kind of a new duo on the scene. Time Magazine has named them the YouTube sensations of 2021. Here they are. It's Complete Geek TV. All right. Hello?
You thought we were broken,
Yeah,
didn't you?
just-
You thought we were having issues, didn't you?
That's it. That was a good one.
That was good. That was really good.
That was a good
How you guys
little-
doing?
Complete Geek TV.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, guys. So let me first start by saying we hope this works. This is the most people I've had on a stream, and probably most people have. So we hope everything works, the audio, the video. Bear with us if we have any problems. But we got 4 teams, guys. P-Dubs, D-Love, Cool Toy, Glenn's Retro, Complete Geek TV, and Gaming Off the Grid. And what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to put up I'm going to ask them a question, and they're going to give an answer. And feel free in the chat to say what you think the best answer is of your own. But when they are done answering, I'm going to put up their answers. And after we say vote now in the chat, I want everybody in the chat to vote on which team or which person in the first gave the best answer. And you'll only have their answers to choose from, but I want to see what you think are the best answers. Whoever gets the most votes, and we'll call it votes because we're going to eye the chat and see who gets the most votes, will get a point for their team. So let's start, guys. You guys ready to start? Any questions?
Well, I just wanted to straighten one thing out. I think I'm 2 years older than Glenn. I just don't look it. Come on, baby.
Oh,
That's what
Already
happens
getting into this.
when the women you date take so much life out of you. So it's possible, man. The women are all over this, man.
Glenn, when are you starting your dating show? Let's talk
It's
about.
up to Rex, man. The Rex man.
I don't know how I would even do a dating show for Glenn. I don't even know how it would work, but maybe we can figure something out. Fiscal
We
within.
need
Thank you.
direct lines to China and Russia, and then we should be good. Start a Patreon.
Okay, all right. Let's get to our first question, guys, because I want to get through the next part, which I think is actually more fun. And we're going to start with P-Dubs, D-Love, Glenn, Cool Toy, Complete. We'll go Gaming Off the Grid and then Complete Geek TV. P-Dubs, first question, and guys in the chat, what is the best NES game of all time?
Well, for me personally, I got to go with the OG, the original, the one that came with it, the one that started it all, and that's got to be Super Mario Brothers, baby. I mean, that game, when that game came out, that was the first NES game I ever played. Played that, and we, here we are, what, nearly 30 some years later, 35 years later, we're still playing it.
Okay.
And it's a classic. I
Okay.
love Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers. D-Love, we're going to you. Best NES game all time.
P-Dubs was close. He was close, but it was Super Mario Brothers 3 that took it to a different level, that topped it all, baby. That's the best game ever on NES.
Glenn's Retro Show.
Well, unlike P-Dubs, my system came with Rob, so I got Gyromite and Duck Hunt. I didn't have Mario Brothers. However, with that being said, I have to be in complete agreement with him that Super Mario Brothers, even if you have 2 or 3 or 50, they all started with the NES Super Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers for the win, my friends.
Super Mario Brothers for Glenn. Okay, cool toy. Moving to you.
Super Mario Brothers 3. I mean, you get a freaking Hammer Brothers suit, you get a frog suit, you get a raccoon, you get a world premiere on the freaking Wizard movie. It's Super Mario Brothers 3, hands down, no discussion. Don't even ask the other guys.
Oh, I don't know that one. Okay, all right.
Wait. We're allowed to trash talk?
Oh, I'm not trash talking.
Oh, okay. All right.
When you're right, you're right.
All right.
Exactly.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't say Kung Fu.
Come on, gaming off the grid. What's your call on best NES game all time?
I'm gonna go with the most satisfying game to beat, and you gotta play it on OG hardware on a CRT, and that's whooping Mike Tyson's ass in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
I
Good
like
game.
that answer.
Good game.
I like that answer.
I'm gonna go with the original Super Mario Bros. I know it's a common answer, but dude, it started the entire thing. It's such a great game.
At least one of you is smart.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Okay. Last but not least, Complete Geek TV.
This is actually one that me and Adam agree on, and I think we're gonna have to say Super Mario Brothers 3.
Two.
No,
We're
what,
mixing
2?
it up. No, just kidding. No, we're
Two
not
isn't
three.
even a real Mario Brothers
Like, I
game.
was thinking maybe Punch Out. I was thinking maybe Mega Man, but no, it's Super Mario Brothers 3 because everything that was good on the first one, 3 is better. It's more polished. You got the different suits. You got the map. So it's the best game.
And who doesn't immediately think of Mario in a raccoon suit when you think of Mario? I mean, okay.
All right. So, guys, here we go. Are you ready, Michael? Michael, before we do our voting, give me some feedback on what these guys' answers were. Were these consistent with what you thought would be chosen?
No, I was actually really surprised to see Super Mario Brothers 1 on this list. While it is a very important game, and it's definitely one of the most influential and important games ever, not a lot of people actually put it up as the best NES game. So that was kind of surprising to me.
Okay, so here we go, guys. I'm going to show you everybody's answers right here. And go ahead, Michael, put vote now in the chat, and then I will give you guys my opinion on this. I really want to say there's only one right answer on this board for all these. And if you can't figure out by process of elimination, it's Wes. I think that it's a much better game, but that's me. But I think that, guys, I honestly think that we're missing some here. What happened to Zelda? What I personally like, Tecmo Super Bowl, RBI Baseball. I mean, to me, I'm a sports guy. Those were a little better. But everybody in the chat, please vote on which one is the best here. I see a lot of Super Mario Brothers, Mario 3, a couple Mike Tyson's Punch Out. But I'll go back to Glenn for now. What about those games? Give me a close second.
For me, on this particular list, would definitely be Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
All over. What are we missing here? We're missing. I mean, there's no Metroid. There's nothing. There's no.
Well, the thing, the NES is a hard one. There was a ton of properties, games that are just classic that have continued to this day. Now, for me, in my decision making, Mario Brothers was picked because it was so influential, because it took gaming from asteroids, space invaders type of games to an adventure game that no one ever saw before. To this day, Mario Brothers legacy continues. So although it may not be on the best game of all time, a lot of gamers out there, the fact that the game has had that much influence is what led me to go with Super Mario Brothers.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over to P-Dubs really quick. P-Dubs, somebody says Mega Man here. Baseball stars, I don't know about that. But P-Dubs, close second. Anything?
If I had to pick a close second, I would probably pick Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I mean, that is probably my second favorite game to play besides Super Mario Brothers. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the votes are in. Michael B., what is the tally? Who we going with gets the point on this?
It's going to be Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario Brothers 3. So everyone
You chose wisely, everyone.
Yeah.
Rigged. Rigged. Rigged.
That's a
Rigged.
I am surprised that no one mentioned Contra though, because Contra was
Contra, Gradius.
It's so tough.
Yeah, Gaming Out West anymore besides Punch Out. What do you put second on the list?
I'm really freaking going hard on Jackal right now. Love Jackal. Contra and Super C. Hard to not have those on a best of list. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are behind in the tally now because neither of you got one of the great answers. And we actually have Complete Geek TV. You guys had the same answer. But give me a close second real quick before we move on to the next question.
Yeah, mine's probably Punch Out as well for number 2.
Okay. Well,
Mike Tyson's Punch Out to be exact.
I think I would have to say Legend of Zelda just because that was the other NES game I played the most. I don't know how, but I actually missed out on Punch Out. And Adam and I one time did a challenge where I had to eat hot wings every time I lost in Punch Out, and that was mean.
Jordan didn't quite impress it, but anyway.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, simple question, guys, but it's not gaming related. Okay, this one's not gaming related. P-Dubs, give me the best movie of all time.
The best movie of all time?
Best movie.
I think that's pretty simple. The Godfather. Absolutely.
The Godfather.
Absolutely.
All right. D-Love, best movie of all time.
This was a very, very difficult question. There was a lot in the running, but Django Unchained is the best. Yeah,
Django Unchained.
Man, that movie is out of control.
That's a bold choice.
That's a bold strategy, D-Love. Let's see how it pans out for the team. Oh, okay. We'll move on to Glenn's retro.
Well, this is where Doug may hate being my partner, but the best movie of all time actually is Star Wars. The original, non-Kathleen Kennedy touched Star Wars. The original. The George Lucas didn't even enhance it. I'm talking the movie theater, Star Wars. Boom.
Okay, movie theater, Star Wars. Cool toy.
The simple answer is Shawshank Redemption. You can't touch that movie with any negative comments. I mean, it is hands down a perfect film in every shape of the analogy.
It truly was a Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. Okay. I like that answer. Wes, gaming off the grid.
I mean, I want you guys to think about this and how much you can enjoy going back to this movie time after time. Home Alone. Home Alone.
That is a good movie.
Wow.
That's not even one of the top 20 in the.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I will say this about Home Alone: it has one of the best lines in.
I respect him for losing 50 subscribers, giving that answer out. That's cool.
Yeah. And Michael B, keep hitting people's answers up in the chat.
Yeah.
Click on them and show them. You're losing focus.
Yeah, I am.
I will say this about Home Alone. It has one of the best lines ever. And my favorite part of that movie is when his mom sends him to the attic and goes, "I don't want to see you for the rest of the night." And he turns around and he goes, "I don't want to see you for the rest of my life."
Ding.
That's dirty.
Oh, I love that line. When you guys
I also love when the uncle goes, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Like emphasizes the K.
Jerk. Oh, jerk. It's like, holy smoke, if that was my uncle, I'd be like, what?
I'd kick him in the nuts.
Terrible answer. That's not going to, nobody's selecting that one, I hope. Okay. Robert, what do you got?
I'm going to have to go with The Boondock Saints.
The Boondock Saints.
I was like, okay, that's a pretty good movie, Boondock Saints.
Does anybody know Boondock Saints?
That's a comic strip, I thought.
I I know the movie.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Off with that answer. I'm not so sure. All right. How about on that Boondock Saints? Okay. Complete Geek TV. Go ahead and start us. What do you say? Best movie of all time?
First up, I have to give a nod to Doug here because I almost picked Shawshank Redemption. I told Jordan that today, but it's actually Jaws. I'm surprised no one else picked this. The storytelling in Jaws is amazing. And think about it, guys. This was made in the 70s, and no one, even with today's technology, has even come close to making any sort of shark movie that's even anything remotely close to it.
Sharkdanko!
Come on, find a shark that looks as good as the shark.
Megalodon.
The storytelling is what makes that movie so great. But yes, that's my top. I watched that the most.
How about Shark Tale? Will Smith, come on, man. Really?
Wow, a lot of people think Jaws. A lot of people are saying Jaws. This is incredible. All right, maybe I won't buzz it for now.
I'm gonna go completely opposite of that. I mean, I love Jaws and Shawshank Redemption, and I didn't realize this was something people were gonna vote on, so I probably won't win this one. But I'm gonna go with Dumb and Dumber. It's a movie I can watch a million times and it never gets old. I can quote the whole thing basically, and it actually has a story. Like, you rarely see comedies that are that funny and still have a story involved too. So or at least like a decent story. So like for me, I can watch Dumb and Dumber forever.
Tonight, I was way off.
All right, so want to hear the most annoying sound you've ever heard? Whatever Glenn just did. All right. So if you're just joining us, we're going to put up their answers and you guys have to vote on them. But first, Michael B., what do you think of their answers?
I'm really happy I heard Jaws. Like, this is such a hard question to answer because you get caught up between your favorite movie and the best movie ever made. So my favorite movie is Back to the Future, but I'm in agreement. I think Jaws is the best movie ever made. I just think from start to finish, the story, the direction, everything is fantastic.
Well, hold on. Debbie's Does Dallas was the best movie ever made, but we're just keeping it clean, right?
Glenn, we said best movie, not favorite.
There you go.
Rex,
okay.
Rex, the fact that no other Quentin Tarantino movie is on this top 10, we should just throw this whole thing out.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to see a Pulp Fiction or anything like that. But okay, go ahead and vote now, everybody in the chat. Please vote on one of these answers. We'll see which team gets a point. But guys, while they're voting, this is what I'm going to say.
Vote Godfather, guys. Vote. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Guys, this is what, let me give my viewpoints on this. Although these are some very good movies, there's only one technical correct answer on this board, and it's not even Star Wars.
Goodbye.
I gotta agree with Cool Toy. It's Shawshank Redemption. Now I'm gonna tell Glenn why it's not Star Wars. Because Empire Strikes Back is better than Star Wars. And that's
Debatable.
why if you're going to put Star Wars on there, you put Empire Strikes Back.
Again,
not Star Wars.
When I look at something, it's how it changed everything. And Star Wars, when it came out, changed everything. Not Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. If you think that, I mean, just because it's first doesn't
I don't think that. I know that.
I mean, that's like saying Super Mario is better than Super Mario Brothers 3.
Exactly.
So you're in agreement. Thank you. You just said it. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And plus, The Wedding Crashers is better than Star Wars, so there's always that.
What? All right, enough of this conversation. Michael, who wins the vote? What did the most votes come through with? What did you see?
Out of nowhere, it's Ready to Rumble starring David Arquette. No, it's really close. It's almost a tie right now between Star Wars and Jaws, to be honest.
Okay, then why don't we give Star Wars and Jaws a point, even though I don't agree with necessarily those answers. So Cool Toy and Glenn's Retro get a point, and then Jaws Complete Geek TV gets a point. Gaming Off the Grid, what are you guys doing here? What's with these answers? Are you too young for these answers, or are we just all wrong?
You guys are all wrong. We have the right.
Hey,
First of all, we're on the internet, and we all know everything on the internet is correct. Thank you.
Yeah, especially Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really appreciated the Home Alone answer. That's one I didn't even think about, but that is another one of my. Again, like you said, you're saying best movie, not favorite movie, but man,
right?
Home Alone's a great movie.
Home Alone 3 is better.
Year. I mean, I think a lot of people watch it every year.
I do. I definitely watch it every year.
Okay, guys, we got to move on to the next question because we got a bunch of. We got Complete Geek TV in the lead with 3, Cool Toy Glenn's Retro with 2, and P Dubs and D Love with 1. If I am wrong on any of this, too bad. That's the score. And don't worry about it. Okay, next question, P Dubs. Name the best arcade of all time. Best arcade.
You're talking about like the best arcade game of all time?
Arcade game machine, yes. I mean, obviously, if it's an arcade, it's in the machine.
Well, I mean, best arcade game of all time, in my opinion. It's 2 words, gentlemen. Ninja Clowns. You can't go wrong with Ninja Clowns.
Ninja what?
Yeah, Ninja Clowns, baby. 2 clowns, side-scrolling beat 'em up.
All right, we just lost. We just lost the whole game.
Point on that one.
Come on, martial arts mixed with cream pies, boxing gloves, bottles of seltzer water. I mean, come on, Ninja
Crash
Clowns.
and burn, P-Dubs. Crash
Greatest
and burn.
game of all
man.
time.
Crash
Ninja
and burn.
Clowns. Greatest game of all time.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, the other people on the show don't know everybody else's answers. I'm the only one who really knows their answers. So, D-Love, best arcade of all time.
The only thing he got right was this 2 words, and that is Donkey and Kong.
All
Donkey Kong,
right.
best arcade game ever.
I like that answer.
I didn't know we were supposed to be serious.
And if you think it, B-Dubs, that's what you think. Glenn's Retro, best arcade of all time.
Waka 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 Miss Pac-Man!
Okay, Miss Pac-Man. I can't disagree yet with that one. Cool Toy.
It's Street Fighter 2. It single-handedly saved the arcade genre from crashing again in the 90s. We wouldn't have Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, all these other amazing fighting games of the 90s if it weren't for Street Fighter 2. So you're welcome.
Oh, boy. Okay, Street Fighter 2 is his answer. Let's go down to gaming off the grid. Wes.
Suffered like G did? Oh, yeah. House of the Dead 2. Let's go. House of the Dead fans unite. We got to put a point on the board here.
I know you guys love your shooters. I know that for sure from watching your channel. And if people aren't watching your channel, they got it. Gaming Off the Grid, go watch it. But yeah, okay, you got the light gun type game here. That's different. Let's go to Robert because his answer's a little odd.
Is Hydro Thunder one of the best racing games? Are you seeing it, Jared? Dude, it's incredible.
Okay, I'm not going to budge you on that one because it's not that bad of an answer.
There goes another point.
I mean, these arcades, you guys are too young. Hydro Thunder, I mean,
It's incredible.
Answers off the grid here.
Complete Geek TV. Give me your answers.
We did the same answer here as Doug for the same regions mentioned. Street Fighter 2. It saved a lot of the arcade, and it goes beyond that. Like our siblings and I, we used to switch off, handing the controller back and forth. We'd play some Super Tecmo Bowl, all that stuff. But there was something about competing. And here's the thing. The same reason I like that is the same reason I like Jaws, actually, is because it holds up incredibly well today to where it's still one of the best fighters I've ever played. Like, it doesn't matter what people are doing today. It still is just as enjoyable, if not more, than current generation games.
I picked it for a different reason. Sorry. I was just saying, I picked Street Fighter 2. Adam and I actually didn't talk these over with each other. I picked it too, but for a different reason. That was just because it was the one I played the most.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'll say this. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo holds up. I don't know about the first
I'll
Street
admit,
Fighter.
that is true. I even told Jordan that actually that is my favorite Street Fighter 2. I put that on the list because it started it all, and I probably shouldn't have because it's technically best and not necessarily nostalgic or whatever.
I think that's a good point, though. Like, how many whacks did they need to take at this thing to get it right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, shit. I mean, you're going to roll snake eyes if you roll the dice enough. I mean, jeez.
Okay. Michael B., what do you think of their answers really quick before we show them and vote?
Everybody except for Gaming Off the Grid and P-Dubs did a really good job.
Here's the answers, guys. Go ahead and vote, please, on this, and I will give you my thoughts.
You know, deep down inside, you want to vote for Ninja Clowns.
You got half the crowd out there Googling Ninja Clowns.
I don't
right
think
now,
I've ever
going,
played
what the
Ninja
hell
Clowns.
is this?
I want to go find Ninja Clowns now and just see what this game is.
I promise you, you don't.
You'll play it for 5 minutes and be like, "Oh God, what was P-Dubs thinking?" Okay, so there is, God, I want to say there's only 2 right answers on this board here, and for me, the 2 right answers are D-Love,
Donkey
Kong.
and Kong.
That's right. I knew D-Love would get it right. You know, he's an arcade guy.
But he's on my team.
There's no Mario without Jumpman, baby.
That's
Jumpman
true.
started off.
And then as much as a fighter guy I am, and I love Street Fighter 2, and I do think it's almost better than Mortal Kombat 2, almost, not quite. So, but Miss Pac-Man is the other best game of all time on this list, if you ask me. There's some other great ones.
I'm asking.
I'm going Donkey Kong is my number one favorite, is the best one of all time. And if you guys, if you know me, I've been on this Donkey Kong craze even for the last little bit, few months here, and I don't know why I just go from game to game, but there's no pattern. There's a lot of randomness. There's crazy strategy. The game has held up after. There's still King of Kong, and they're still breaking the record daily. I mean, Lakeman just broke the record again, and he keeps breaking it again. So it's with Miss Pac-Man, or whatever, at least Pac-Man, the perfect board has already been ran, right? You can't even do any better. In Donkey Kong, they haven't done the best they can do yet. They're still battling, to see who can get the high score. That's why I love Donkey Kong myself. Okay. Michael B., who won? Who got the most votes?
And it wasn't close, surprisingly, but Street Fighter 2.
Oh boy! So we got Cool Toy and Glenn's Retro with a point, and 2 more points for Complete Geek TV. Let's go to the next question, gentlemen. I forgot what the next question. Oh, I know what it is.
Didn't D-Love get a point for Donkey Kong? Didn't we get a point for that?
No, you don't get a point for what I say.
Yeah, participation point.
The fans are voting. Okay.
If I was serious, I would have gone with Mortal Kombat. The Street Fighter sucks.
Well, you got to go with Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 is 10 times greater than the first one. Okay.
Street Fighter may have saved arcades, but guess what? Mortal Kombat is arcade.
Okay, next question. Okay, we're moving away from gaming. Name the best actor of all time. P-Dubs.
Oh man, are we talking pure acting quality or entertainment quality?
I sent you the question. You answered it.
I didn't know if we were supposed to be serious or not.
Well, I thought you were serious. Go ahead.
I think if you were born in the 1981 like me and grew up as an 80s and 90s kid, your hero was Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
that's your answer, Arnie Schwartz.
One of the biggest box office champions of all time.
Everybody freeze.
It's not a Kuma.
He had the look. He had the look. He had the accent. He had the talent. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He did do a lot of movies and great movies, but his acting was, okay. All right.
You know what? You should have said,
that's enough. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Academy
Award. Any more talk on me. All right. D-Love.
Well, we're not getting any points here again.
Show. This is like a serious show.
I didn't do best actor of all time. I did my favorite, and that's Denzel Washington. So that's probably not going to make the list there.
Okay, he's not a bad actor at all, actually.
No, he's a good guy.
Actor. I don't know if he's the best, but give me your best then, really quick. If you think there might have been somebody better,
I'm gonna stick with Denzel.
Okay, there you go. He's good. Glenn's Retro.
Tom Hanks.
Oh,
okay,
that is a good one.
Cool Toy.
The answer is Daniel Day-Lewis. The man's got 3 Oscars to his name. He is the epitome of an actor. I mean, this man can do any role and transform himself. Cosmetically, his voice, speech, his patterns, everything. He is a man's man actor.
Okay, we'll go with Gaming Off the Grid, Wes.
I've been known to circumcise a gnat with this thing. Get it? Bug? Gnat? Ooh, John Candy is my pick.
John Candy. I love John Candy, but Okay, well, I'll say my thoughts at the end. I'll save them. Go ahead, Robert.
Mine is super controversial, but he's the best bad guy of all time because he's a bad guy in real life, and that's Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
Dude, he's such a good bad guy.
I'm
the
horror. The horror of Kevin Spacey being on this list. Oh, he was in Usual Suspects, and all he did was walk with a limp. I mean, come on, that's not acting. Okay. Glenn, I see you laughing. Please comment on this. Say something.
Well, more so when you said he's walking for a limp and it's Kevin Spacey, I'm kind of wondering why is he walking for a limp? Were there young men around? I don't know.
Zing. But Kevin Spacey. All right, moving on. Complete Geek TV. Go for it.
I gotta be honest. I saw someone say Harrison Ford, and I wish I would have picked him. It's too late now. I gotta stick with what I already picked. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's good though.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
I may have cheated and picked two answers, but since Adam already said one of them, I'm gonna ignore that one because
you cannot. Okay. It's
Leonardo DiCaprio was one of them.
Yeah.
And Adam picked it, so I'll say the other one, and that was Gary Oldman. I just feel like in a lot of movies, I'm a really big fan of the Harry Potter series, and like between Sirius Black and like him in the Dark Knight series or Book of Eli, just so many different things I feel like I've seen him in. I actually didn't realize that was him in the Dark Knight at first. Like, I just feel like he does such a good job at being different people. So that was the first one that came to mind for me.
All right. Well, the good news is that, I'd accept Gary Oldman as your alternative answer, even though I put Leo on the board up here for you.
That's fine. You can keep it.
The second good news is he's not going to get a vote anyway.
I was about to say that. No one's voting for him. So.
No one's voting for him, so we don't have to worry. Michael,
I want to shout out BB in the chat. I've seen BB blowing up the chat. BB, what's going on?
Michael B, go for it.
Well, since I'm playing and my vote doesn't count, I'm going to vote for Christopher Lambert. He was the Highlander and he was riding. So there we go. Christopher Lambert.
And you give me shit for Schwarzenegger? Get out of here. That crap answer. Get out of here.
Here we go. Here's the answers up here. Go ahead. Everybody vote now.
I can't believe no one picked Ron Jeremy.
It's best actor, not favorite, Glenn.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so here's my thoughts on this. There's some good actors on here, and I love John Candy because he was in one of my favorite movies, The Blues Brothers. And if you guys knew he was in The Blues Brothers, my favorite scene is when he goes, "Who wants an orange whip? Orange whip? Orange whip? 3 orange whips." Every time I order something at the wait, I go, "Orange whip, 3 orange whips," and they look at me like I'm crazy. So that's a great part of that movie. But the right answer, not the right answer on this board, because
look at those Arnold votes rolling in.
There's no Arnold. Arnold should not even get a vote.
I see 1, 2. I see 9. Get to the chopper. That counts as a vote.
Can I finish my thoughts here?
No.
It's the Rexer Show, B-dubs, today. All right. So Tom Hanks is the best one on this board, but Harrison Ford should have made another. Or maybe even De Niro. I would have even accepted Tom Cruise, even though I don't like him, just for longevity and great movies. So let's go back to everyone.
Sean Connery. How come no one? Sean Connery.
Good one. There's a lot of good. You guys left a lot of good ones.
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson was another one I was thinking with The Shining and all the great movies.
John Candy over him.
I love John Candy.
I like John Candy. He was in some great ones. Okay, who wins the point, Michael B?
Yeah, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. So Leo ran
There's
away
like
with,
10 Arnold votes in there. There's like 10 Arnold votes in there.
There was 10 Leonardo DiCaprio votes in the last minute.
This shit's rigged.
Oh, I
can't count.
People are saying Leo. We'll go Leo. They get, what is that? 2 more points for them?
You don't have to give me a point for that, since
No, give him a point. I'm just kidding.
Keep it at 5.
Get
Keep it at 5 or 6, whatever you guys got.
I'll play fair.
Doesn't matter.
I picked 2 people for that,
Dude, no one plays fair, man. This is a game. Go for the throat.
Yes.
Baby.
Yeah, you want to win here. It's some pride here and the competition. Okay, next question. Last one of these questions, guys. P-Dubs, what's the best console of all time? The best console of all time.
All right. Well, if I had known we had to go by what other critics say instead of our own personal opinion, I would have actually prepared better answers for this survey. But I think I got this one right. All my answers today, folks, have been based upon my own personal experiences in life. My favorite console of all time is the original 16-bit Sega Genesis. 713 games, Sonic the Hedgehog, Gunstar Heroes, Vector Man, 512 colors. You don't need any more than that. And let's not forget the 6-button controller, best controller of all time.
Only 32 displayable at once. 32 colors at once. That's it. No more.
Sega,
TurboGrafx 16 did 512.
Sega
All right.
Genesis, baby.
Sega Genesis. Moving on, D-Love, best console of all time.
Without a doubt, is PlayStation 1. That changed the game. Great games like Metal Gear Solid, the Street Fighter Alpha. We had a lot of great games on PS1. No other console was the same after the launch of that console.
Okay.
Yeah, the PlayStation 1 was so good you had to turn it upside down to play it.
I had 2 of them. They both broke over time.
Glenn's Retro.
No one's going to agree with me, and that's fine.
Why you go rogue?
I know, Doug. I apologize, buddy. No one's going to agree with me. However, if it wasn't for this machine, we would not be here having this show. You would not be playing any games at all. It's Ralph Baer's original Magnavox 1972 Odyssey. It started everything. No one's going to agree with me. I know it. But that's what started everything. So I put it in there.
Technically what, Glenn? The first console with
Very first gaming console, 1972. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody's going to vote for it, but it's
no one's going to vote for it. But Ralph Baer deserves the recognition.
They can Google that with the Ninja Clowns.
Yep.
But I know Doug will cover this one. So
yeah, absolutely. I got to be the voice of reason here. It's the Sega Genesis. I mean, they came out and took Nintendo off the top of the freaking mountain. You know, Nintendo was an untouchable juggernaut, for crying out loud. Had 90% of the market share until Sega Genesis came and kicked their ass.
Okay.
Doug, you realized you just agreed with P-Dubs? Yep. You realize that?
I had a little vomit come up, but I suppressed it. I pushed it down.
Well, I just want to point out I never had to turn my Sega Genesis sideways, upside down, diagonal, balance it on 3 books to get it to frickin' work.
Oh,
Sega
so you
all
didn't,
day, baby.
so you didn't have the Model 2 or 3.
Okay. All right, let me move to Gaming Off the Grid. And they cannot answer this because I'll tell you why. Because they are doing a console wars where they had, I believe, 16 consoles. Yep. Was it, guys? And talk about that, and then don't give your final thing. Just tell everybody about the console wars that you did really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just looked at all the consoles that we have hooked up in the game room. So ones that we own and that can be played. And we did a hypothetical tournament. Like if we had to eliminate every console in our game room
except for one
and only keep one, what would we pick?
Yeah, the final episode, the finale comes out tomorrow. It's the NES versus the PS2. That's what's left in the console madness.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys got to watch that. It's coming out tomorrow. Make sure Gaming Off the Grid you go to. Okay, guys.
That sounds very interesting.
I've watched the videos and I've watched your channel, and I'm going to vote. I'm going to give your answers for you, what I think your answers are or could have been.
Okay.
Now, you had the PS2 versus the SNES, and I said that was the finals. And your thing, I said that was the finals. The other side of the bracket, I don't care about. Those were the 2 that should have made it. So with that said, I'm giving Wes the SNES as his vote because I know you were very close with taking the SNES over PS2, and I'm going to give Robert the PS2 because I know that that's your time, and that's what. So those are your 2 answers. PS2.
I think that's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good.
I'll say yes to that.
All right. Complete Geek TV.
I was shocked that not more people picked this, but SNES, but easily for me, it has probably 5 of my top 10 games in there. It has Link to the Past. It has what got me into JRPGs really big time for Final Fantasy 2 and 3 or 4 and 6. Chrono Trigger. I mean, there's I could go on, obviously, Super Metroid, whatever. We could keep going down the list there, but it has some of the best games of all time. And I actually struggled really bad with being dyslexic, and that actually helped me a lot with my reading. Playing some good JRPGs on there. It has a huge place for me.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna lose this one. But
coming in confident.
Yeah. So I picked the Nintendo Switch. But that is because my reasoning for that is that I feel like it's like right in that sweet spot of where graphics are still great. Obviously, it's not a PlayStation 5 or a PC, but like I've never looked at them and like these graphics are bad on the game. But it also like I feel like Nintendo still is doing a great job of having a lot of like retro feeling games and like some great JRPGs. And like I haven't told a lot of people about this on our channel yet, but like there was a time where I almost didn't play games anymore. Like I was busy with my job. I didn't do much. And Adam gave me a PlayStation Vita with Persona 4. And I was like, man, I need to play more stuff like this again. You know, like just like, cause I used to love JRPGs. And so like playing the Vita, I like got really, really into it. And I feel like the Switch has that same feeling of like, just, I love playing things handheld. It's probably my favorite way to play any game. But the fact you can put it on a TV if you want, I think is so awesome. And I hope that stays forever.
Okay. All right. I don't, the Nintendo Switch is a good answer in my opinion. I think it's a good answer. Okay. Let's put the answers.
Hey Rex, before you move on though, Zohar said something I have to address because he said that the PlayStation 1 games didn't age well. Most of them didn't, but Tekken 3 still is a beast.
Oh, yeah. Of the night.
Tekken 3
awesome game.
Symphony of the Night. Yeah. Symphony
Or
of the Night
even,
for sure.
even Street Fighter and all that other crap. Mortal Kombat.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the answers, everyone. And go ahead and vote on these answers. And
Sega!
everybody wants Sega. I'm going to tell you guys what's the best one on here, and it's the Super Nintendo by far. It has some of the greatest games. It has my favorite game of all time, which is NHL '94.
Your favorite game of all time?
Yeah,
It's really good. I have it plugged in downstairs.
It's one of my favorite games. It's a game that I can just go and play. It takes like 8 minutes to do a game. I love it. I mean, I have to play with somebody though. I can't play against the CPU. You have to play against somebody. It's four-player. It's 4-player. It's just a classic. So, but there's tons of other good games that people didn't that are on this machine as well. I wasn't a Sega guy. I did have one eventually, but I was a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo guy. So that
it was said in the chat, and I feel guilty now. Dreamcast. I always talk how much I love the Dreamcast. I didn't vote for it.
There were some Dreamcast votes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who do we have as a winner here?
Magnavox on the Seas.
It's really hard. I will say I'm really surprised no one mentioned the Fairchild Channel F, especially the same reason. No, it's not a joke. It's the same reason Glenn said it. It's very important in the history of gaming. This one's really hard. It's really close between Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, there's one guy by the name of Vic who has voted Super Nintendo like 75 times. He's voting a little bit. But if we're going to count him, it's Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Hey, we finally got a point.
All right.
We're on the board.
Go. We're giving Super Nintendo
Wasn't a shutout.
a point. Okay, you didn't get shut out. Gaming Off the Grid is on the board with 1 point. Okay, let's move, guys. That was the last of the best of. Now is this fun part. Okay, we're gonna do what I call last fighter standing.
Oh God.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a question, and you guys as a team have to decide on an answer. You give one answer per round, and we keep going until everybody is knocked out. Okay, guys? Simple enough. We're going to start with D-Love and P-Dub. D-Love and P-Dubs is the first team to give their answer. You guys collaborate. Just talk really quick, but give your answer within 10 seconds. Okay? Here's the question. Name one of the top 12 selling consoles of all time. Okay, name one of the top 12 selling consoles.
What do you think
of all time?
It's got to be between.
Okay? Now let me say something first. No handhelds, and the Switch is considered a handheld in this one. So just name one. That's all you do, and you advance to the next round. Okay, top 12 selling consoles of all time in sales of units.
There's got to be Super NES or Sega between those two. You want to pick one of those, or you got another one in mind?
It doesn't matter if it's first or last. You move on to the next round.
What do you want to go with, P-Dub?
Let's just go with Nintendo. I guess that's fine.
It's Super NES.
Could you
Love, you're the captain. Which one? Final answer.
Go ahead.
Who's the captain?
You are, D-Love.
You're the captain now.
Super NES.
Show me Super NES. Oh, let me bring up the thing first. You guys want to see the
Oh,
skit?
yeah.
There we
Oh,
go. All right.
love it.
all right.
I love it.
It's Family Feud.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Family Feud, but it's Last Man Standing. It's kind of so Super NES was the answer. Is it good? There we go. Super Nintendo on the board. Now, Zohar had a super chat. Let me bring it up real quick. Zohar, hold on 1 second. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Sonic, Revenge Shinobi, Space Harrier, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, so many arcade ports, Genesis forever. You guys are nuts. Thank you, Zohar, for the super chat. That's a respectable answer, I would say. Respectable answer.
Most of you guys are nuts.
Okay, moving on to the next team. Cool Toy Glenn, top 12 selling consoles of all time.
Doug, you can give this answer because I will say something that's so old, no one will know it. So
Okay.
you go.
PlayStation 2.
Show me PS2.
Yep.
Number one answer on the
Ooh.
board. Gaming off the grid.
The Nintendo Wii.
Yep.
Show me Wii.
Yes.
Okay. Complete Geek.
Let's do PS3. I know it's in there.
PS3.
Show me PS3. On the board. Back to P-Dubs. Round one complete. P-Dubs,
we're-
D-Love.
We're gonna go with PlayStation 4. Detroit Love. I think we should go with that.
Sure. No problem.
PS4.
Final answer.
Final answer.
PS4 on the board. Glenn and Cool Toy.
I knew that.
Cool, Toy. What do you think about some Microsoft console?
Yeah, you want first or second generation?
You pick it.
We'll go with Xbox 360.
Show me Xbox 360. Oh, and you guys, can you please remove your chat? Like close your chat so nobody helps you cheat. I would expect you guys all to
Good call.
close your
Yeah,
chat.
we'll do it.
please. And Michael B, do not show any people's answers because we don't want to give them any hints. So guys in the chat, please continue to answer. But just know we can't show them because I don't want to give these guys any hints. Who's up? It looks like Gaming Off the Grid.
PS1.
Show me PS1. They're still alive.
PlayStation.
Complete Geek.
Can you do that?
I don't know. You probably know this a little better than I do as far as like stats. Like
Well,
this.
we're gonna. Well, that's a tough one. Yeah,
10 seconds.
we'll do Nintendo Switch. We know that's on there.
We're not. This is console. We're not doing Nintendo Switch. That one's off the board.
Okay.
I claim it as a handheld console.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We were
yeah.
actually just discussing if
Okay,
handhelds
good. No,
counted
so
because
we'll do
okay.
NES.
The NES. Show me NES. We're back to the top. D Love.
What about Xbox? Just the regular Xbox, the original. P-Dub, or you want to do Xbox One? Which one?
No, we gotta do Xbox One, not the original.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
do
Xbox
Xbox
One. Final answer.
Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
3 left. Can we get them all with this group? We're down to Glenn and Cool Toy.
You got it,
Well,
Glenn.
we were thinking possibly Pong, but Doug told me he would karate chop me into next Tuesday. So we'll go with Sega Genesis.
Show me Sega Genesis. 2 left, guys.
Oh,
These are
it's
the
getting
2
hard.
tough ones. I'll be honest with you. I expected you guys to get all of these. Now is where it gets down to the nitty gritty.
Oh.
And unfortunately, Gaming Off the Grid.
I'm confident in this answer. The OG Xbox.
Show me the original Xbox. OG. Oh, Gaming Off the Grid. Thank you for playing. We will see you on the next question. You are off and you have
Wow.
not won. Okay.
Oh.
Not one of the top 12 sellings, the original Xbox.
I got it.
You got it.
Okay. Complete Geek TV.
I'm throwing out Atari 2600.
Show me Atari 2600. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, back to the top for the last one. And you guys all made it through the round. So if this answer gets chosen, everybody's going to win a point.
D-Love, we got to do it. We
Nope,
we
I'm
got
gonna guess that one.
What are you thinking?
I know
Either
what Colby-
either Dreamcast or ColecoVision? What do you think?
No, man. Nintendo 64, baby. Let's do Nintendo.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's missing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nintendo 64.
You think so?
Final answer.
Final
I
answer.
mean, out
Yep.
of what's left.
Show me Nintendo 64 for the game and fill the board. It is.
On there.
I figured that had to be out of what's left.
We'll give everybody 2 points for that, and who left on the board, and we'll bring these guys back on. I'm a little disappointed, guys. A little disappointed. I was expecting you guys to take control of that.
Well, they have been off the grid for a while, so you know.
Oh, okay. All right. So where are we at here? We got one more, guys. One more fun one. Last man standing. And let me ask Michael B really quick. Any surprises there? I mean, that's the figures that we came up with that I saw, and I think it's correct on number of consoles sold. But
Crazy.
looks
no-
good.
no
Okay.
surprises.
Guys,
You mean
the
Wii
next
U
one.
wasn't on there?
No, Wii U. We're selling. If it was lower.
GameCube.
This is fun.
Okay. All right. So the next one, guys, hits a little bit home for my taste. And this one is going to be name the top 12 selling arcade machines of all time.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little hint here. This isn't gross revenue made from an arcade or
Oh, you're talking
how
units
many
sold.
units the actual arcade or
Oh,
hardware
this is tricky then.
was sold. Okay. To
We all know what number
buyers.
one is. Let's go.
Okay, so let me say one other thing. If you're going to say a series of things, and I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to say Tekken. Okay, you have to give the exact one. Which one is it? Tekken 2, Tekken 3. I'll give you guys a hint. Tekken's not on there, so don't worry about saying Tekken. But I'm going to say you guys are going to be surprised with some of these answers. Okay, and I have a feeling people are going to go out fast. So with that said, this is the hardest one. I'm going to make this one worth 10 points. Okay, and right now the score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 to 1 to 3 to 3. So whoever wins this will be champions, unless there's a tie. Then maybe we'll have co-champs. Okay, here we go. Let's go backwards. This time.
What? No, we want to go first.
We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna make it fair.
Don't change it up. Let's.
All right. Well, let's get them on the grid.
We're gonna go complete Geek TV because they were on the thing, and I can actually
All right.
move these guys right here.
So?
Whatever.
There we go.
We're gonna do Street Fighter 2 for first answer.
Show me Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
And actually, they combined the champion with the original, but it didn't matter. Street Fighter 2 would have made the list anyway. But Street Fighter 2 is on there. Let's go back to gaming off the grid. And guys, I don't want to have an early exit. I want you guys to get a few of these.
We're trying.
I'm trying to give you hints. It's not Hydro Thunder, just so you know.
I'm gonna go with a little boom shakalaka.
NBA Jam.
Nice. Good choice. Good
All right. Show me NBA Jam.
Are you
NBA Jam.
You don't need a bunch of cabinets to make money.
NBA Jam was a high gross revenue making, but they were not one of the top selling units of all time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you guys will see where this is going quickly. So we go to
tricky.
where are we at? Cool Toy and Glenn.
I knew Street Fighter was.
Doug, what do you think? I was still thinking for this Miss Pac-Man as far as machines sold.
Absolutely.
Miss Pac-Man.
It's not even hard.
Show
Oh,
me
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man. P-Dubs.
I don't know why I was thinking I was
Love.
still on consoles.
Well, the original OG P-Dubs, Pac-Man.
Yeah, let's do it. Final answer.
Copycat.
Final answer, Pac-Man. Show me. Pac-Man.
Number one. Boom.
Yeah.
Back
There's,
down to complete geek.
there's no contest there.
Yep.
Oh,
I think we're gonna do Galaga.
Okay. Show me Galaga.
Whoa!
That's surprising.
Complete Geek TV. It is not Galaga. Surprising, right, Michael B?
Yeah,
Is that
very
surprising?
surprising.
Very surprising. But I told you a lot of these answers are very surprising. So we're down to 2 teams left for 10 points. We go back to who? Where do we go into? Glenn and
Yeah, we're gonna go with Space Invaders.
Show me Space Invaders. Space Invaders. Good answers, guys. Good answers. I like this. P-Dubs.
Two words, Donkey and Kong.
I agree. Final answer, Donkey Kong.
Show me Donkey Kong. We knew that one was on there. Cool Toy Glenn, back to you.
You got it, Glenn?
Yeah, I was thinking Atari back in the day sold a lot of consoles. I think Centipede was one that they sold quite a bit of. So I think we'll go with Centipede.
We have a super chat from Zohar. Right. Okay, what do you guys think? Final answer?
Centipede.
Yeah.
Show me Centipede.
There you go.
Centipede. You guys were sweating that one. You guys were sweating it. Oh, I have a feeling. I think this is it. I think if P-Dubs, you got it to keep the round going. P-Dubs and D-Love, you got to get an answer here.
I think we're gonna have to go with. And speaking of which, this guy did great on our At Games Legends leaderboards. Doc McScruffin scored number 3 in Asteroids. We're gonna go with Asteroids.
That was my thought exactly.
Show me Asteroids.
Yeah.
All right. P-Dub's got his phone and he's Googling this or something.
No.
I would never expect him to say that one.
No, Asteroids is guaranteed to be up there.
Any cheaters, I suspect any cheating you
I
get.
think someone got a high score on a leaderboard in Asteroids too.
Doc
McScruffin. That was you, Glenn, right?
It was.
All right, we give you your props. All right, Glenn and Cool Toy, back to you.
Doug, you want to go with this one?
Yeah, we're gonna go with Defender.
Show me Defender. Got it.
Uh-oh, getting tough now. Getting tough.
To stay alive. And remember, if you're just joining, it's top selling arcades in terms of units, cabinets, and hardware sold. That's what this one is. So it's a little bit more difficult than just revenue making and such.
What about Donkey Kong Jr.? Is that gonna make the board there? Wait.
P-Dubs, don't be looking online. You look at the camera. Look at the camera, man. I don't want to hear no typing.
You got something better, P-Dubs?
No, look, we can do it's either that or Missile Command. So maybe we'll do Donkey Kong Jr. We'll give it a shot.
That's your final answer?
Final answer.
Show me Donkey Kong Jr. Wow, DK Jr. made the board. And the only reason really DK Jr. sold a lot of units was because Donkey Kong was so good that people thought that, oh my God, Donkey Kong Jr. is going to be fantastic. And
it was. It was
good. Yeah, there was no complaint with Donkey Kong Jr. The third one was ridiculous, but the second
What? That's the best one in the series. Donkey Kong 3? Blowing smoke up his ass? That's a great game.
I played it a lot, and I loved, the shooting the pump and the smoke, the bug or what. It was supposed to be bug spray.
Especially you're a teenager. You're doing that a lot as a teenager anyway, so it's
what is cool toy searching on down there?
I'm texting Glenn.
You guys don't communicate. Cool Toy, I don't peg you as a cheater. You were a man of the karate or jujitsu. They don't teach cheating for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, you're up. Cool Toy and Glenn.
Well, we were going back and forth with a couple. We're thinking of games like Williams. They had a lot of good games. Atari had a lot of good games. I'm going to let Cool Toy say this one. I'm on the fence with it. I'm going to let him go and announce it.
Let's go with Joust.
Okay, show me Joust. Oh, okay. Wait, you guys have to steal, P-Dubs, in order to win this match. Because you guys all had the same amount of right answers. You can't win by default. You have to steal here. You get one chance to steal.
So did you want to go with your Missile Command or did you?
I'm thinking Missile Command. I can't think of what else it would be.
Tron. I don't think Tron sold that many.
Yeah. Oh, Tron. Yeah. You just want to do the MC?
Yeah, let's do
All
Missile
right,
Command.
Missile Command. Final answer.
Okay, show me Missile Command for the game, set, match. Otherwise, they will split the points here if it's a tie. Show me Missile Command. No Missile Command.
Can we steal?
You guys split the 5 points. Let's bring back the other guys back on the stream. Any different answers? Gaming off the grid. I mean, do you look back now and go, "Oh man, maybe we should have
Frogger,
not on
Frogger
there."
or Burger
Robotron.
Not Robotron. You guys.
Burger Time.
Wow. Here's a surprise.
Golden
Tapper.
Star Wars.
Galaxian.
Oh, Galaxian, go!
It was really popular, actually.
Yeah, until
surprising, but
Is there any
Now,
modern
this-
stuff like Golden Tee Golf or Big Buck Hunter?
no. And you know why? Because I was thinking about this. I would have thought the same exact thing. But back then, people were buying, bars and everybody was buying arcades and Space Invaders. Now, people don't really buy them as much because people are playing them at home.
Yeah.
So there's not much of that demand to have have an arcade in your bar or in your wherever or in an arcade, as it is, or amusement. So here's a surprising one. Would you guys have thought this?
Yeah, I can see that. I guess.
Okay, Zohar says he's unsubbing if MK2 isn't on here. Now, Zohar, this is not my list. I didn't buy the machines, or I didn't make the numbers. But Zohar says MK2, and I could have swore one of you guys was going to say MK2. It is not on the list. It's top. I think it was number 14 to be exact. But it was not top 12. You guys will never get this one. Glenn, you would be the only one I think who would get this. Maybe. Got any guess? I actually referenced it on one of my shows before as a on the rapid fire.
I know when I see it, I'm gonna smack myself not thinking of it. Mr.
Oh, wow.
Dang it, I was thinking about Mr. Do. Damn it.
Wow. Mr. Do.
I would have never got that.
Yeah.
This one was hard, guys. I mean, this was really hard if you ask me. But there are the answers. So here's what happened. You guys split 5 points each, and that only gives P-Dubs and D-Love a total of 8 points, and Complete Geek TV is the winners. With 5 points. Complete Geek TV. I'm disappointed with Gaming Off the Grid. I thought they would do better on the first last player standing, not necessarily the second one. I knew you guys would struggle with the second one because that's that's not your forte per se, arcades, but that's what you get when you come on the Rexer Show. You get Rexer Show stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Everybody who's on, I got one more thing I want you guys to watch and show it. It's how I'm going to close out the show tonight. It's going to be something a little different. Wagner, did you show that super chat? Thank you, Wagner's Tech Talk. And I'm glad you think it was a great show. Thank you for the super chat. Everybody else who's watching, please stick around and watch this last 1 minute video. Guys, everybody, thanks for joining. I know we're running out of time here, so we're not going to say farewells to everybody, but thanks for joining. As always, anytime you guys want to come on the Rexer Show, there's always an open invite for these guys, but please stick around, watch this last little bit, and then I'm going to end the broadcast after this little video and sort of tribute I did.
We took
okay,
second place.
Second place. Yeah. If you're not
Far
first,
second.
if you're not first, you're last, guys. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Here we go.
Thanks for having us.
Come on, guys.
Hey everyone. Thanks for watching the Rexer Show tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Tonight, I want to close the show with a tribute to someone. You see, a few weeks back, I started looking on my YouTube channel and realized I hadn't seen any material from a certain YouTuber. As I fished around on the internet and YouTube, I sadly discovered that YouTuber had passed away. His name was Dr. Josh, the Real Gamer. Now, most of you probably never heard of him and probably weren't subscribed to him. I watched his channel every so often, and I'd be the first to tell you that his equipment was very poor and his material was raw and presentation was fair at best. But what he didn't lack was heart and a love for retro gaming like none other. Over the years, he built great friendships with people from YouTube, and one of those friendships was a person named Calvin. Calvin recently put out a tribute video to him on YouTube, and I'd like to share a bit of that video with you. But the one thing I want you to remember from all this is Dr. Josh had a saying that he'd love to say at the end of every video. So have a look, and I hope this saying stays with you for a long time.
remember, as always, be a gamer